Episode 1, The Hated Classmate. Akane Nishino starts her day off like any high school student. She gets ready for school with luxury, of course, given her personal driver. At school, she's met with warm greetings, except for one person, Minoru Kagano, and it's not just because he can't seem to remember her name. No, Akane has a deeper issue with him. He never truly sees her. Here's where things get intriguing. Akane, once in the limelight, now wears a mask. Ever since a scandal rocked her life, she's been playing roles, the teacher's pet and the popular girl. But one day, her illusion of safety shatters. Her driver is MIA and she's forced to walk home. Suddenly, she's kidnapped. Lucky for her, though, there is someone looming in the background. It's none other than Kagano. Trapped in a warehouse, the kidnappers have big plans for the heiress of the Nishino Empire. But they certainly didn't plan for this. Enter the stylish ruffian slayer. The kidnappers, one with military training, is no match for Kagano and his crowbar. Akane's rescued and it's back to school for her. The next day, a simple greeting from Kagano makes her realize that perhaps he's been wearing a mask too. But just as things get interesting, tragedy strikes. Kagano's gone. Always dreaming of heroism, Kagano struggled in a world where he just didn't belong. But fate has a twist. Reborn in a new world, with magic, he's ready to rise as the Eminence in Shadow, changing the fates of many. Episode 2, Shadow Garden is born. Dive into the complex world where Sid, once known as Minoru Kagano in a previous life, discovers the ancient cult of Diablos, courtesy of a report from Alpha. Born anew, Sid's not just your average aristocratic kid. He's got magic in his veins, courtesy of the Kagano family legacy of dark knights. By day, he's a silent background character. However, by night, he's out battling bandits. One discovery leads him to a shocking revelation. This creature, overloaded with magic, transforms into an elf. Sid, a man seemingly always prepared, has a plan. Explaining a tale of heroes, curses, and demon lords, Sid recruits this elf. Without a name of her own, Sid names her Alpha, bringing her into his grand scheme against the long-forgotten cult of Diablos. Time flies. 3 years, to be exact. Sid is at the cusp of adolescence and his beloved sister Claire is poised to enter the Midgar Academy for Dark Knights. But disaster strikes. Claire's gone, kidnapped by the very cult Sid fictitiously created. With Alpha and Beta by his side and a not-so-accurate map, Sid rallies the Seven Shadows. Their mission? Rescue Claire. Viscount Grease, a cunning cult member, underestimates Claire's resilience. Additionally, Claire's got some tricks up her sleeve. As the Seven Shadows slice through the cultists, it becomes evident this is a war of shadows. A pill-popping, power-enhancing Grease challenges Shadow. But is raw power enough to defeat strategy and skill? The answer is an overwhelming no. Shadow reminds us of the abyss that lies within, diving deeper into the darkness and emerging triumphant. With Claire safe, it's back to the norm, or so it seems. Alpha drops a bombshell that might change the course of Sid's journey. Episode 3, Fencer Ordinaire. Alpha reveals that the cult of Diablos isn't just a simple cult, but a massive organization that stretches across the globe. The girls decide to part ways with Sid, a sign of maturity and independence. At 15, Sid steps into the corridors of the same academy where his sister studies in the royal capital. But instead of glory, Sid slips into the shadows, finding kinship with fellow underdogs Skel Etal and Potato. With Sid's recent blunder in an academy test, he's given a peculiar dare: confess to the school's crown jewel, Princess Alexia, and face inevitable heartbreak. But in a twist of fate, Alexia's response to Sid isn't what anyone expected. Suddenly, Sid's once invisible life is thrust into the spotlight. Surprising friendships form, and as Alexia delves into the world of the lower nobles, it's Sid's peculiar habits that capture her attention. A shared interest in royal bush and fencing further binds them, leading Sid to the elite Section 1 of the fencing team. On the surface, it's about fencing, but behind every move and parry, deeper stories unfold. Tensions rise as the Academy's fencing instructor, Zenon Griffey, looms over their budding relationship, a reminder of Alexia's marriage obligations. Sid's detective senses kick in. Alexia's affection might not be genuine love, but a clever ruse to escape a preordained future with Zenon. A game of manipulation, gold coins, and a desperate need for freedom sets the stage. As the duo continues their public charade, the lines between reality and play blur. The enigmatic Zenon becomes a frequent topic of discussion, with his seemingly flawless exterior raising suspicions. In a heart-to-heart on a train ride, Alexia unveils her vulnerabilities, her quest for validation, and the shadow of her more talented sister. Sid, ever the enigma, reveals a glimpse of his own philosophy, leading to heightened emotions. Just when it seems the riddles of their relationship will unravel, Alexia exits, leaving Sid to contemplate the end of their unexpected liaison. Amidst apologies and banter, danger lurks. As the Academy's gates loom ahead, Zenon and his entourage confront Sid. With Alexia missing and fingers pointing at him, Sid's shadowy Academy life faces its most challenging trial yet. Episode 4, Sadism's Reward. In a chilling twist, Princess Alexia awakens, trapped and tethered. She's not alone. A monstrous presence lurks nearby. The reason for her capture? A dark secret concealed in her very blood, a catalyst to resurrect ancient demons. Parallel to Alexia's nightmare, Sid's ordeal takes a peculiar turn. Thrust into an all-too-familiar interrogation scene, he seizes the moment, reveling in his role as the classic minor character. His over-the-top performance, however, doesn't appease his tormentors. As days roll on, doubts emerge. Zenon and Iris ponder Sid's innocence. With inconclusive evidence and faith in Sid's limited capabilities, Iris opts for his release, albeit under a watchful eye. The Academy's walls buzz with rumors and alliances. Claire, steadfast in her defense of Sid, faces resistance from fellow students. Rose, ever the voice of reason, intervenes, ensuring things don't escalate further. Home sweet home. For Sid, homecoming brings not just solace, but revelations. Alpha, always in the loop, offers insights into the cult's motives behind Alexia's abduction. Loyalties remain intact as Alpha even contemplates revenge for Sid's unjust treatment. Within the confines of his secret chamber, Sid unveils his stash of rare treasures. An assembly is in motion. As Beta briefs Sid on their grand plan, an unexpected twist emerges. Sid, ever the strategist, swaps roles with Delta for their impending assault. But danger lurks even in familiar alleys. An ambush awaits Sid, where deceit and treachery rear their ugly heads. Unfazed, Sid demonstrates the full extent of his capabilities, turning the tables on his assailants. As chaos ensues, desperation grips the facility holding Alexia. A mad scientist, driven by ambition, resorts to his last-ditch effort. But the very creation meant to be his magnum opus turns on him. Lost in the labyrinthine facility, Alexia faces an unexpected revelation. Zenon's deep-seated ambitions come to the fore. The struggle for power, prestige, and positions unfurls, culminating in an intense face-off. But just as all seems lost, a new enigmatic figure enters the fray, introducing himself as Shadow. Episode 5, I Am. Zenon, quick to underestimate, soon finds himself cornered, outmatched by the enigmatic adversary's uncanny swordsmanship. Above ground, chaos reigns. A monstrosity unleashed, healing faster than the knights can wound. But Iris, with steely resolve, attempts to dice the creature to its end. Yet, in this dance of blades, enters Alpha, revealing the creature's tragic past and putting it to rest. Meanwhile, Zenon's desperation grows. A red pill promises power beyond human limits. Transformed into the Third Awakened, he unleashes a newfound fury. Even in a transformed form, Zenon is no match for Shadow. Shadow, now bored with the fight, unveils his philosophy of power, culminating in a catastrophic explosion, equivalent to an atomic bomb, that quite literally reshapes the heart of the city. From the devastation, Alexia emerges, unscathed and reinvigorated. An embrace from Iris seals the bond of sisterhood. The facade of their relationship, now shattered by Zenon's demise, reveals deeper feelings. But Sid turns her down flat, and a sudden turn of events leaves behind a mystery that would confound generations. The ladies of Shadow Garden, elated by Shadow's show of power, set their sights on future missions. But amidst their triumphs, an impersonator emerges. Iris, now wary of the Knight's Order, forms a covert team with trusty allies Glenn and Marco. Their mission? Decode a mysterious artifact. Yet amidst these somber undertones, a chance encounter sees Sherry Barnett crossing paths with a blood-soaked Sid. Episode 6, Pretenders. Sid's relationship woes lead Skell and Poe to introduce him to the world's best consolation prize, chocolate. But little did they know, this journey would offer more than just sweet treats. Deep within the kingdom's secrets, Iris seeks the genius of Sherry Barnett to decode a mysterious artifact. With the shadow of the cult looming large, every clue matters. And Iris, not taking any chances, enlists the newly formed Crimson Order for protection. Sid's trip takes a twist as he finds himself in a familiar yet alien world, curated by none other than Gamma. Revelations abound. from Gamma's entrepreneurial ventures to the truth about a shadowy imposter. Sid, ever the opportunist, never leaves empty-handed. In shadowy lanes, danger lurks. Alexia confronts men posing as Shadow Garden members. But Shadow, the real one, intervenes, leaving no stone unturned to protect his identity. Yet with every battle, new mysteries unfold. What are these imposters truly after? Alexia and Iris grapple with their uncertainties, pondering over the true enemy. Yet for Iris, any force that threatens the kingdom is an adversary. Amidst all this chaos, school remains an uncharted territory for Sid. Skell and Poe's attempts at romance go hilariously awry. As for Sid, he finds an unexpected recipient for his chocolate, the genius, Sherry Barnett. Gifts, deciphering their meaning, young Sherry dives deep into her emotions, aided by a father's wise counsel. But like all treasures, their moment is fleeting, a reminder that time waits for no one. Episode 7. A fencing tournament of intrigue and bloodshed. Amidst the bustling capital, Sherry stands at the crossroads of young love. With a piece of chocolate, she embarks on a delightful journey of the heart. Secrets and shadows abound as New unveils troubling news to Sid. The insidious reach of a first child, Rex, but Sid's mind wanders elsewhere, to an unexpected challenge that awaits him. As blades clash and sparks fly, the fencing tournament reveals more than just skill. Claire's triumphant bout sets the stage for an unforgettable duel, the indomitable Oriana versus our quirky Sid. With pride and 48 techniques at his side, Sid's comical antics shock and amuse the audience. Each fall, each audacious claim, he remains unyielding, challenging the very spirit of Oriana. Valor meets discretion as the duel ends. But for Sid, his spirit remains unbroken, hoping for another day under the spotlight. Outside the arena, Sherry finds inspiration in Sid's resilience. A simple token of gratitude, baked cookies, forges a budding connection. But as their worlds intertwine, Sid senses the complexities of mingling with royalty. Torn between duty and her heart, Sherry seeks counsel. Alexia's revelation becomes a bittersweet pill, sowing seeds of hope for Sherry but despair for Alexia. 5 days pass, and as Sid returns, an air of benevolence surrounds him. Yet the impending student council elections are overshadowed by a more sinister event. A barrier, unseen to most but felt by Sid. The school, once a haven of learning, is trapped in a vice grip. When fake shadows descend, revealing their ominous intent, magic becomes their plaything. As adversaries mock and magic fails, Sid's relentless spirit shines once more. In a moment of truth, he makes the ultimate sacrifice. Episode 8. Dark Knight Academy under attack. The Academy stands on the precipice of darkness. Amidst chaos, Sid, our enigmatic protagonist, rises as a true hero. He bravely leaps in front of the attack directed at Rose. His sacrifice leaves Rose to ponder Sid's gallant act. While the auditorium becomes a cage for the innocent, outside its walls, the battle of wits ensues. In the clutches of death, Sid employs a secret technique, a testament to his tenacity, allowing him to walk away from what seemed like a fatal wound. As the Academy's walls echo with terror, Rex, the ambiguous agent, confronts Sherry. Glenn and Marco's fierce stand allows Sherry a chance of escape. Sherry is being chased by the goons. Luckily, Sid is able to intervene, ensuring Sherry's safety. Amidst the turmoil, an unsettling revelation emerges. The Eye of Avarice, a magical time bomb, threatens all within the Academy. Sherry, with an ancestral artifact, becomes the Academy's last hope. Ambitions and threats entwine as Rex finds himself under pressure. The knight's aspirations lead to a dangerous game. Dancing within the trap, Sid showcases his unparalleled skills. Rex, cornered, realizes the true might of his opponent. New, amidst her quest, uncovers a grim sight. With Marco's fallen state, ties of betrothal and duty weigh heavy. Alliances form as Sid and New, two powerhouses, strategize. An artifact's manipulation becomes their key to salvation. In the race against time, Sherry works meticulously. New's actions, shrouded in enigma, hint at a future confrontation. Episode 9. The End of a Lie. Magicless and vulnerable, Iris stands outside the Academy's walls. As Sherry preps her artifact for the tunnels, memories of her mother's tragic end and Lutheran's comforting embrace emerge. With a debt to repay and resolve in her heart, Sherry ventures solo into the depths. Meanwhile, the cult knight grows restless. As the terrorists begin a heinous spree, Rose warns students of their vulnerability. Sherry activates the artifact, freeing the students' abilities. With renewed strength, students and the Shadow Garden descend, combat ensuing. However, victory is bittersweet. The school is engulfed in flames, a trail of destruction left behind. An unexpected revelation ensues. Lutheran, once a protector, now the cult knight. His tale? A desperate quest for power and a tragic betrayal. As Sid faces Lutheran, their duel ends swiftly, but Shadow's entrance changes the tide. Unleashing the eye of avarice, Lutheran's newfound might is still no match for Shadow's prowess. The weight of her loss compounding, Sherry mourns Lutheran, oblivious to his dark deeds. Now marked as the kingdom's enemy, Shadow's deeds place a target on his back. As Gamma and Alpha reflect on Shadow's ominous words, Alpha calls upon the Seven Shadows. The Academy's gates close early for summer and farewells are in order. Sherry's decision? Study abroad. A heartfelt exchange with Sid ensues, her mysterious intent concealed as a secret. Episode 10, The Sacred Land, City of Deception. Summer has called most students home, leaving the dorms eerily silent. Sid decides to stay, but soon finds himself drowning in boredom. Luckily, a letter from Alpha directs his attention towards Lindworm, the Sacred Land. Epsilon's morning blooms with nostalgia, as she dives into the memories of her rescue by Shadow and her unexpected gift of slime magic, changing her physique. While Beta crafts a tale of Shadow's heroics, frustration takes hold. She seeks the refreshing embrace of the outdoors. There, a conversation about Shadow's wandering gaze brews between Beta and Epsilon, only to be interrupted by news from Alpha. Elsewhere, the princess Alexia and her guardian Iris visit Gamma's store. A daring choice of lingerie for Alexia, which leaves Iris red-faced. A flashback to the incident at the school. News of Sid's survival brings Rose rushing. Misreading his heroics, she proclaims a love-filled future, while Sid seems lost in a different interpretation. As the train speeds toward the Sacred Lands, Rose clings and dreams. Sid, however, second-guesses this slower choice of travel. Lindworm offers tales and legends of a demon's severed arm, and a signing event that reveals a familiar face. As Sid discovers Beta's pen name, Natsume, the line between originality and plagiarism blurs. As Rose marvels at the written word, Sid deciphers a message in ancient script. In the hallowed cathedral, a grim sight, Archbishop Drake, lifeless. Sid's pursuit of a shadowy figure ends when Epsilon's timely entrance spells doom for the enemy. With whispers of the cult and a plan in motion, Sid announces his next move. Episode 11, The Goddess's Trial. Sid, a lover of relaxation, finds himself in a hot spring. But the tranquility is interrupted by an unexpected face, Alexia. With both there for the awaited goddess's trial, we delve into its details. Ancient warriors, grand battles, and the sought-after title only the most worthy contenders can claim. Contrary to Alexia's assumptions, Sid's spa etiquette is nothing but polite. Their playful banter takes a turn when the topic shifts to Excalibur. As Sid departs, a flustered Alexia is left pondering his cryptic remark. Meanwhile, the church deals with internal turmoil. With the Archbishop's death, investigations ensue. Alexia's is quite literally asked to take a back seat. The goddess's trial commences. With each contender aiming for glory, the stakes rise. Yet ancient warriors remain elusive. Victory offers prestige, but there's a catch. Only the most powerful earn a warrior's respect. A sudden spotlight and a swift move. Sid morphs into Shadow, taking center stage. To everyone's astonishment, Aurora, the Witch of Calamity, emerges, a representation of Shadow's true power. The gravity of the match is clear. Two titans, equally matched. Their fierce battle ensues. Shadow's strategy, a mix of observation and swift action, overwhelms Aurora. The arena is left astounded. And just when you thought it was over, another mystery unveils. A magic door standing tall, promising even more surprises. Episode 12, The Truth Within the Memories. Sid thinks he's shaken off the spotlight, but a relentless magic door tells another story. With no choice, he ventures in, entering the unknown. Meanwhile, in the arena, doors are materializing. Nelson recognizes this occurrence as a rare mark of honor, but the situation escalates. The trial is abruptly halted. To everyone's surprise, Alpha, Epsilon, and other Shadow Garden members appear. Confident in the situation, Shadow Garden enters the magical door as well. Alexia and Rose hastily follow them in. History unravels as Alpha unveils the past. The tale of Olivier the hero emerges, her struggles, her sacrifice, and a shocking resemblance to Alpha. Parallel to the girl's journey, Sid encounters Aurora again. Their shared goal to escape this magical prison forms an unlikely alliance. The realm's nature is uncovered, a place of haunting memories. As the group navigates through the memories, revelations pour in, a dark past of the cult's persistent pursuit of power. Alpha's investigation brings light to the beads of Diablos, the source of the cult's power. As pieces fit together, Nelson's true identity is revealed. But just when you think you've seen it all, a showdown looms ahead. Episode 13, a bloody showdown as an offering to annihilation. As Delta carves through Nelson's clones, an alarming revelation is made. Proximity to the sanctuary's center both weakens them and empowers Nelson. Meanwhile, Sid and Aurora navigate through a chilling memory of war, the dead rising to challenge their resolve. Epsilon's group uncovers dark truths about the possessed, safeguarding them with a quick snapshot. Fighting their way through the nightmare, Sid makes a decisive move to shatter the memory, leading them to the heart of the sanctuary. Delta continues to astonish, her unparalleled might against Nelson leaving him reeling. In the center, Sid and Aurora face a locked door and a fabled sword that only a chosen one can wield. But as they ponder their predicament, the world outside remains tumultuous. Alexia observes the vast difference in Delta's combat style compared to Shadow's, while Alpha wraps up their mission, vowing to return. Left in the aftermath, Nelson plots a new narrative for his peers, but a surprise alert redirects his attention to the sanctuary's heart. Face to face with the legendary Olivier, Sid finds himself in a fierce duel, a broken sword, a relentless adversary, and the mysterious smile of a fighter. The fight culminates in a suspenseful climax as Olivier lands a critical blow and Sid unveils a hidden trump card. Episode 14, Your Lie, Your Wish. Just when we thought the end was near, Sid fights back with a surprising and lethal move against Olivier. But, in the heart of the sanctuary, Nelson doesn't hold back, summoning a legion of Olivier clones to finish Sid off. Sid unveils his hidden ace, battling Nelson's clones with unmatched magic power, an ultimate spell with an explosive finale. The sanctuary shatters in the wake of Sid's raw power. In the hushed aftermath, Sid and Aurora share a moment. Secrets revealed, promises made, and a farewell that hints at a mysterious future encounter. Rising from the ashes, Alexia, fueled by a newfound drive, lays the foundation of an ambitious new organization with allies Rose and Beta. Epsilon updates Alpha on the obliterated sanctuary, a vaporized holy sword, and the intriguing links to the demon Diablos. Meanwhile, in the bustling city of Madlid, Gamma's eyes are set on grand redevelopment plans, ensuring her mark in Velgalta Empire's history. We get a nostalgic glimpse into the past, where Alpha and Sid lay the groundwork for the challenges ahead, while in the present, the impending visit of the Royal Chancellor looms over Midgar. As Alexia and Iris delve into the mysteries of the divine teachings, Iris plots her own course for influence through the Bushin Festival. As the episode closes, darkness looms. Rose, in the midst of training, faces a sinister surprise. Episode 15, The Strongest, Weakest Man. As the world's elite warriors gather for the Bushin Festival, Sid has a rather mischievous plan up his sleeve. With Gamma's expertise, Sid undergoes a transformative makeover to become Mundane Man, the embodiment of mediocrity. Anna Rose, a skilled warrior, warns Mundane to back off while Quentin's brute force tests just how convincing Sid's disguise really is. But even as punches fly, Sid's cunning shines through, leaving everyone, including Anna Rose, second-guessing their first impressions. Amidst the festival's chaos, Sid and Rose share a touching moment. Rose's past, her knightly aspirations, and her upcoming engagement to the notorious perv Ashat take center stage. The festival is more than just fights, as Skell introduces the lucrative world of betting. But while Skell is focused on maximizing his odds, Goldo's analytical skills reveal a deeper understanding of the battles to come. And as the ring heats up, the unexpected happens. Goldo's analytical prowess meets a surprising hiccup as the seemingly weak Mundane Man takes down his mighty opponent in a blink of an eye. As dawn breaks, shocking news greets Sid and Skell. Rose's defiance takes a dangerous turn, plunging our story into even deeper intrigue. Episode 16, Unseen Intentions. In the political quagmire of Rose's actions, Oriana Kingdom seeks justice on its own terms. But loyal Alexia is on a quest for the truth, hoping to give Rose a voice amidst the turmoil. As the kingdom's politics rage on, Sid maintains his composure, even as the ethereal Beatrix poses a surprising query. Inside the Bushin Festival's ring, mystery and speculations mount. Goldo's surefire win is thrown into chaos by Mundane's uncanny and seemingly coincidental reflexes. As Anna Rose deciphers Mundane's surprising moves, the Bushin Festival audience is left in awe. Is Mundane a mastermind or just blessed with unbelievable luck? Quentin's resolve hardens, anticipating a showdown with Mundane. A perceptive Anna Rose, a warrior who believes she's unraveled his tricks, faces Mundane. With weights shed and intentions clear, their match is sure to be a nail-biter. Episode 17, The Moonlight That Pierces the Darkness. As Skell tempts Sid with promises of riches, familiar notes of a piano pull Sid into a memory lane of his former life. The familiar tune of the Moonlight Sonata stirs questions in Sid's mind. Is this world hiding more secrets, or is another reincarnated soul nearby? Epsilon, basking in the applause, reveals her rise to fame. But Sid's nostalgic smile at the piano hints at something deeper. The tunnels underneath the royal capital brim with suspense. Alexia and Beta embark on a quest, chasing whispers of the cult's involvement in Rose's disappearance. For Rose, the weight of her choices presses down. Haunted by past actions and threats from Perv, she grapples with the looming shadow of war. But music proves to be a siren call, guiding Rose towards the mysterious shadow. Their exchange touches on desire, power, and the essence of true strength. Rose ultimately emerges more formidable than ever. In a whirlwind of emotions, alliances are tested, and the very fabric of trust is stretched thin. As the day draws to a close, Sid returns home, but an unexpected guest still awaits. Episode 18, Betting on a Moment. A brotherly love? Hardly. Claire's growing impatience with Sid reaches its peak. Yet, she gifts him a surprise, a hyper VIP ticket to the festival. What should be a treat quickly becomes a spotlight for Sid. Sat beside Iris Midgar, the murmurs of the crowd hint at trouble. Mundane Man. The mysterious, unassuming contender has everyone buzzing. But for Sid, the joy lies in seeing his creation gaining the reputation he envisioned. A past connection resurfaces as Beatrix, the elusive elf, makes her presence known. But with burgers exchanged, it's hard to tell if this is a reunion or a reconnaissance. Meanwhile, in the arena, tensions rise. Perv Ashat's interest in Anna Rose makes it clear that the battles are about more than just prowess. Anna Rose, a master in her own right, meets her match. Mundane Man's unexpected skill has everyone second-guessing. From after images to dodges, it's a dance of blades and wits. Perv's suspicions grow, hinting at political intrigue beneath the martial spectacle. And as Anna Rose humbly acknowledges her defeat, it's clear Mundane Man is a force to be reckoned with. But Sid's scheming mind is always at work. Should he vanish after victory, or embrace the darker path of an assassin? Just when Sid thinks he can rest, Claire makes her presence felt yet again. Episode 19, Dancing Puppet. Memories dance through Iris's mind, a young child, a victor, and now a beacon against the divine teachings. Some VIP seats aren't about the view. For Sid, it's luxury on demand, all the while enjoying a lesson in coffee with Iris. But the festival's calm is shattered by the entrance of a legend, Beatrix. And her interest? Not the competitors, but her missing niece. In the shadows, Perv's sinister plot unravels. With a drugged King Oriana in tow, he's playing a dangerous Game of Thrones with stakes higher than ever. Claire shines in her moment, but the main event awaits. Iris versus Mundane Man. Fear grips Iris, not from Mundane's blade, but his eyes. A psychological warfare where the arena itself becomes a threat. Yet the real battle lies beyond the arena. As Rose approaches the VIP seating, a trail of fallen adversaries marks her path. Shadow Garden's presence looms. Back in the arena, Mundane's victory is swift and absolute. But Beatrix's challenge promises another electrifying bout. Heartbreak and resolution converge. Rose's reunion with her father is marred by tragedy. Perv's puppeteering reaches its cruel peak. From the shadows emerges a familiar figure. Mundane sheds his guise to reveal Shadow. But Beatrix isn't one to back down. As blades clash and Perv flees, the episode leaves us hanging between past revelations and the promise of an explosive showdown. Season 1 finale, Episode 20, Advent of the Demon. Mundane Man is Shadow. The revelation hits Iris like a ton of bricks. The pieces finally make sense, and now Shadow is right in front of her. The battle is fierce, taking the whole stadium by storm, and King Midgar is informed it may even spill into the streets. With King Oriana now deceased, Perv makes a desperate dash for the Oriana Kingdom. On the streets, Beatrix and Shadow lock in combat. But Iris, determined not to stand by, jumps into the fray with a blade of legend. Buildings, trains, and even rivers become their battleground. But as Iris and Beatrix push, Shadow pulls out a nostalgic friend. Away from the chaos, Rose grapples with her choices until Alpha presents the opportunity to join Shadow Garden. Back in the city, the stakes escalate. Shadow's dark magic envelops the capital. The kingdom's pulse quickens with fear. In the midst of this chaos, Princess Alexia remains unfazed, dedicated to her training and her sword. Shadow's onslaught seems unstoppable, and just as he's about to conjure his atomic attack, he vanishes. The weight of the moment crashes down on Iris, as she realizes she might as well have been powerless against Shadow. News of the demon Shadow's battle with Iris and Beatrix spreads like wildfire. Beatrix, with her mission unfulfilled, exits with a heavy heart. A journey deep into the woods leads Rose to an ancient city, the heart of Shadow Garden. Here, she's stripped of her past and thrust into the role of a soldier. While deep underground, Shadow finds solace in the keys of a piano, reflecting on the chessboard of fate he's manipulating.
How was the video? We hope it was good. If so, please check these videos. Also, please comment down your thoughts and your suggestions for future videos. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing now to show the support to our channel. We hope to see you soon with another video right in this channel. Have a nice day.